Hello there, my very good friends. Andy here for What Culture. This is Phil.
Hi.
He's here. He also works for What Culture. And we're going to preview King and Queen of the Ring, the latest WWE premium live event coming to you from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia this Saturday. We're just going to dive right in it because you know what a prediction is. So why would we explain what a prediction is? We're going to kick things off and who knows what order the card's going to be in, right?
Yep.
But we're going to start with Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World title. There was a little bit of controversy when Becky Lynch took this belt. Of course, Rhea Ripley had to vacate it. She's injured. That sucks. They did a battle royal. Becky Lynch won the battle royal. Liv Morgan did not. Liv Morgan has some very loud, very vocal, very loyal fans who were not best pleased at this, thinking it was her moment, particularly as in storyline she'd been going after Rhea and is kind of the storyline reason that Rhea is out of action in the first place. But since then, they've established Liv as the number one contender to Becky's belt. They've kept her angry, they've kept her fired up on the revenge tour, and to me, that seems to be leading to the logical conclusion of Liv Morgan beating Becky Lynch one-on-one, which to me means a heck of a lot more than if she just won some random battle royal.
Yeah. Absolutely. I am completely with you on this one. I think Liv Morgan is also going to take it. I think it's far more interesting at this point for Liv Morgan to go on a kind of heel run as a champion. Yeah. Obviously, this was kind of thrown around up in the air when Rhea Ripley got injured, and there was kind of rumours of Becky Lynch was supposed to be taking some time off, but then she herself said against those rumours that she wasn't actually going to be, so who actually knows what's going on there. So yeah, she just kind of got thrown into this position after the Rhea Ripley thing. So I think this is them kind of... They scrambled a little bit after the Rhea Ripley injury stuff, but then I think they've got it back on track now, and I think a sort of heel Liv Morgan with the belt is much more interesting at this point in time than Becky Lynch continuing on whatever she's doing.
Becky's contract is an interesting part of this as well, because it was reported quite recently that her deal is up in a number of weeks. Now, I personally believe that she's probably re-signed already, right? And they'll save the announcement for a big, PR boost. Maybe if they're having a crap news week next week, they'll go, hey, Becky Lynch is re-signed. It's like a nice little one to get out there, isn't it? Yeah. But wonder if that'll factor into the result at all. If you do believe that her contract is still expiring and she's leaving, she's not, and it is quite compelling to think, ooh, she's lost the belt. What's going on there?
Yeah, there's no chance she's leaving.
No chance. Not a chance in hell.
And she's also at the stage of her career where she isn't afraid of putting people over, with the Lyra Valkyrie stuff on NXT. She put her over big time down there. She's one to sort of elevate a belt up to bring it up because she's a big star, and then help someone get over in the means of doing that. I think that's what this is.
And she also probably likes working with her husband.
Yes,
I think
she might
like
that situation, especially with a family and things.
What a mess. I'm just a complete shambles this afternoon. But yeah, should be a good match.
Yep.
On to the next one.
Next match is, so it's the sort of personal grudge versus the professional grudge. It's Sami Zayn with the Intercontinental Championship taking on Chad Gable and big Bronson Reed.
He's large.
In the big old triple threat match. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of sort of different things going into this. You've got the Sami Zayn and Chad Gable stuff, with Chad Gable turning heel and suplexing him in front of his wife. And then you've got the Bronson Reed just wanting to get matches and win a belt so he gets paid.
Just
I guess
beat people
that's
up.
pretty much his entire reasoning going into this, whatever. But it's a triple threat match. You've got no rules, no DQs in a triple threat match, as they always say. So you could have some kind of shenanigans with the Alpha Academy. It's probably going to be at ringside and stuff like that. But I think this is where maybe we see Otis finally turn on Chad Gable. And sort of, the whole kind of, because he went to apologise to Sami Zayn and stuff, they're kind of teasing it. So I think he turns on Chad Gable. I think Bronson Reed probably gets taken out somewhere else, and Sami Zayn pins Chad Gable for the win to keep this IC title thing going on.
I think it's a compelling narrative. I'm into it. I've got a slightly different one. A slightly different one. I think that Otis at some point absolutely has to turn on Chad Gable. Because Chad Gable's an asshole. He's been bullying that man all this whole time. It's really mean. Stop doing that, Chad Gable. I'm thinking, what if Chad Gable wins this match? But he doesn't pin Sami Zayn. He pins Bronson Reed. Because as large as Bronson Reed is, and as big, and he topples buildings down in his intro, and then he shrinks down for the match a little bit, because you can't fit a building in a building. That doesn't work. But
you ever watch Kaiju Big Battle? They manage it.
That's a very good point.
Just saying.
Former star of Kaiju Big Battle right here as well. But I think that Bronson Reed taking the pinfall to Chad Gable while Sammy is distracted, maybe with some bastardry that Chad has done elsewhere. Maybe he's just insulted people, I don't know. He's a mean guy. I think Chad pinning Bronson Reed, taking the title, you can then go on and just do another Sammy Chad singles match because they're always awesome.
Yep.
And I would be quite happy if the year was just full of them. I think that the initial heel turn angle was sensational. Just the way he kind of came in. I know it was a few weeks ago now, but the way he came in off camera and just grabbed Sammy out of his family's embrace. You can't mess with that. Just a real excellent bit of television. I've enjoyed the storyline since then. I think it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, I'm really liking the Chad Gable heel character as well. He's not changed too much. Like, you kind of, sometimes when someone goes heel, they just change everything about themselves. He's still Chad Gable. He's just being an asshole while he's doing it.
Dick, like a total dick. The guy you would not want to hang out with.
Yep.
We're going to jump onto the tournaments next, and we're going to talk about Queen of the Ring first of all. Here you go. Here's your crowns. Lovely stuff.
Lovely.
Lovely. Nice designs.
Sparkly.
A lot of jewels on those. Nice. So this has got to play out a little bit on SmackDown as well, so we might as well predict the path and then the winner.
Yep.
The Queen of the Ring situation is that Lyra Valkyria has already won the Raw bracket. She is in the final, and she will face the winner of Bianca Belair and the legend Nia Jax, who are wrestling on SmackDown. My path to glory on this one. Nia Jax is winning Queen of the Ring. This is where I'm going with it. It's based solely on who would be the funniest option with the Queen gimmick.
Yeah.
Right? Who would be the daftest? Who would make the most of it? Who would give the most laughs? It would be Nia Jax. She is fully embracing just being a bully at the moment. I love it when she comes out and everyone's booing her and she just goes, rude. Like, I don't know why, but that pops me every single time. I think she's on the best run of her career.
Yeah.
I think she started it incredibly strongly with the Becky Lynch rivalry. I'm having a lot of fun with this Nia Jax run, and I think that her just walking around the place with a scepter and a crown and a fake accent and a cloak, why not? Her as the queen, I'm going to be awesome. So that would mean she'd have to go over Bianca Belair and then go over Lyra on the pay-per-view. The comment section already hate this pick. Do you have one that they're going to like more?
Possibly. I'm actually still gonna have Nia Jax go over Bianca Belair. She managed to go through Jade Cargill, so why can't she somehow get through Bianca Belair as well? But I think, spoiler alert, that a heel's gonna win the men's one.
Ooh.
So I don't think they're gonna have two heels win both of them. So I'm gonna go with Lyra Valkyria wins it at the pay-per-view, because I just think that'd be a fantastic way of bringing up someone from NXT and making them feel like a star right from the very beginning. Show that you've got faith in this person to sort of take things going forwards, and putting her as the Queen of the Ring would be kind of a statement piece as to her call-up.
And I do think that they've tried to present her as the biggest deal they possibly can so far.
Yep.
I mean, she's already beaten Becky in NXT and all of that stuff. She's come up, she had the great match with Io Sky in particular. She's had a good run, and I think that if you want to make somebody new, and they probably need to, she's a great shout,
yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
But like, also Bianca Belair winning would be good as well, because she rocks. So I don't really think they have a bad shout here. I've just done it in order of funniness.
Yeah, fair. But there's no losers in all of this. Whether it's Bianca Belair, whether it's Nia Jax, whether it's Lyra Valkyria, I'm happy for any of these things. I will say I think this is the best King and Queen of the Ring they've done in a long
God,
time.
yeah.
Because the last few were not great, but this one feels like it's had purpose, and like it's like all the way through there's been interesting matchups and like plenty of different winners that could happen at the end of it. But speaking of this, obviously we move over to the men's one, and it is, we've already know it's going to be Gunther, because he beat Jey Uso on Raw, so it's going to be someone versus Gunther, and it's on SmackDown. It's going to be Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton, and as much as I'd like to say that Tama Tonga was going to win that and go on to Saudi Arabia, something tells me he's not going to beat Randy Orton, is he? And they're also definitely not going to do heel versus heel in Saudi for the King of the Ring finals. Not a goddamn chance. So I think it's going to be Gunther versus Randy Orton, which in itself is kind of a fascinating little mix-up, because you couldn't get more of a WWE guy than Randy Orton, and that going up against just the chopping machine of Gunther is really funny to me. Just seeing Randy Orton get chopped to buggery, I kind of can't wait. But I think Gunther's going to win that because he's just on an absolute tear. Obviously, he had an incredible IC title run, and now this is sort of the next step in moving him up to the main event.
Yeah, I completely agree on every single level. I have nothing more to add, really. No, but I guess on an analytical level, I think I've enjoyed the presentation of Tama so far.
Yep.
They've they've done a good job of presenting the entire new bloodline as this rogue, uncontrollable group of guys who Paul Heyman just cannot keep under wraps in any. He has no control over. They're crazy.
Yep.
They will beat you up. And Tama Tonga has been kind of the epicenter of that. I think he's the most convincingly dangerous of the three. I don't quite understand the goblin noises. It's like a wee dog or something.
Big fan.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever it is, I love it.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I'm just a bit confused by them. But I think Randy Orton will go over him. The Saudi fans love to see just huge stars.
Yeah.
And Randy Orton is a big name. He's been in WWE for like 20 years. So, he's a mega time world champion. Him versus Gunther is utterly fascinating. It's the kind of freak show stuff that you watch this sport, that I watch this sport for, at least.
Yep.
It's two people from completely different worlds of wrestling with completely different styles. And I think they're going to mesh really well. Randy is ultra professional. He'll have a great match with the big man. The big man's going over. He's not going to take a king gimmick, though. Like, that would be so lame, Gunther doing a king. I mean, they wouldn't make him do it. It'd be kind of cool if he, smashed the crown or something. I don't want this.
Yeah, smash the. He's already the ring general. He doesn't need anything else.
I'm a general. I don't need to be a king, too.
Yeah, he just needs to prove that he's the best, and he's done that. Screw this.
Exactly. I'd be into that. Maybe rip up the cape. And why do I keep giving them a cape?
Which would make it even more funny if Nia Jax won the other one, because then you get one person fully embracing the queen gimmick and the other person tearing apart the king gimmick.
Balance. That's what you get. Serious and stupid. That's kind of like... The Venn diagram of serious and stupid is when wrestling is best. So there it is, if you can... It's not very visual. Right, world title, undisputed WWE Championship. Assuming this is the main event and not one of the tournament finals.
Yep.
We learned on this week's episode of SmackDown that Logan Paul's United States title will not be on the line when he fights Cody Rhodes. Initially, it was thought that it was going to be for both, which to me was like, oh, cool, so it's going to have a non-finish. Now, at least, it's like, well, it's probably going to have a finish, which is good from my point of view. Logan Paul emerged as Cody's first challenger in the wake of Backlash, his most recent challenger. He beat AJ Styles already. It's going to have a lot of shenanigans. It's a Logan Paul match.
And Cody Rhodes. Let's not forget.
Cody
Rhodes loves a shenanigan.
Yeah. Logan Paul gives them some silly ideas with 70 interferences. Cody Rhodes is like, sign me up. And they're gonna look. It's also gonna rule. Is the thing. I'm not saying it's gonna have shenanigans in a derogatory way. Because Logan Paul is great at this, and Cody Rhodes is obviously good at pro wrestling. It's going to have an army of those little idiots, those idiot guys that Logan Paul hangs about that I hate, that all have 400 million Twitch followers and make $5 million a second. Just the most successful people in the world, dressed in bottles of juice, running around and being obnoxious. And they've all got names like Guarco594. I don't understand any of it, but
your age is showing here.
It really is. It really is. The problem, I'm probably old enough to be these guys' dad in some cases, which is really depressing. But old man yelling at cloud aside, the thing about those guys existing is that they will get super kicked and it'll be awesome. So they'll go through tables and stuff. It's fun. I'm into this.
I'm 100% into this. Logan Paul's going to do something stupid. Cody Rhodes just going to have his just mental Cody Rhodes storytelling shoes on to go along with it. I think this is the sort of best of Logan Paul in WWE, where you just put this sort of freak athlete who seemingly can just do it all immediately as soon as he starts wrestling, which is ludicrous in itself.
It's annoying.
But then you put him with someone who's like so solid in the ring and so great at storytelling and like plotting these matches out, and it's just going to be a perfect fit. He's just going to guide him through it, and it's just going to be really, really good fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, Cody's going to win, obviously.
Yeah.
If we're sticking with the predictions, of course Cody's going to win. Come on.
Imagine that if they just belted Logan Paul You waited 2 years for Cody Rhodes to win the world title. Let's give it to the energy
Logan
drink guy.
Paul dressed as a prime bottle is holding.
He was one of these little dudes. What they called like Jake Paul. He might show up.
You never know.
Yeah. God, there's so many Pauls. Logan, Jake, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean
Jake
Paul.
Paul's got the big boxing match coming up. What's his face could?
He's fighting
could
Mike
appear.
Tyson.
Mike Tyson could appear. You never know.
One
Stranger things have happened.
jumping ship from AEW. What?
Yeah.
We can make a good headline out of that one, brother. Sunday news video sorted. Yeah, it's good. I mean, look, I can understand why, like, if you find Logan Paul objectionable, and look, there's a lot I don't like about this dude, crypto scams, all that. Not good. I can understand why you might be like, I'll hand wave this. Also, where the show is being held and why these shows take place, more specifically, it's not the location that's the problem, it's the fact that they're paid $50 million to rehabilitate the image of the regime of the place that runs, you know, it's the regime and the propaganda. It's not the country itself. All of this is, yeah, I could see why you'd be like, I'm going to hand wave this. But like on paper, removed from those circumstances, just kicks ass.
Yep, so much
Kicks
fun.
ass.
It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be mad, and yeah, I'm all here for it. To be honest with you,
Absolutely.
Why the hell not?
Let us know what you think in the comments below. Are you not into this match? Hey, if you've got a good reason, let's hear it. There are no good reasons, but let's hear them anyway. Once you've done that, if you check out this video right here, it's some facts about WWE from the 1990s. It's good stuff. See you later. Bye. Yes. Thanks.